Hello, my friends, and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm just doing a little late night sewing. I'm still not able to sleep. It's 10:40 p.m. right now. So I thought I would come into my craft room, just do a little sewing. Still unable to breathe, so please bear with me. I'm not putting music on for y'all tonight. I'm chit-chatting, and I'm gonna have to do a live one day to do this. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We could talk back and forth to one another. So what I'm doing, you've probably seen that I have gotten quite a few things done already. And this is, what's today? Today's Friday, the 8th. I had put a post out there on my page that I probably wouldn't be having any videos this weekend. Well, due to a steroid shot, that's all I've been doing is videos this weekend, because I cannot sleep. I thought it had worn off. Today I'm better. I mean, I'm just having trouble with breathing. But I have my Starly here. I only have a few more blocks to get done. So I thought, you know, let's just get to it. Let's try to knock this one out of the water. Because, you know, I want to go in and have this one ready, so when I get my other quilt back, that I can send this one to the long arm also. So I have to separate out my colors here. I don't think this block goes with this one. I've had a few stray white backgrounds floating around, and I don't know why, where. I think I have to mark some of these. I probably need a little longer ruler. Let me get another ruler. I'm just going to bring my whole case over here that has my rulers in it. You'll see this here. It's a magazine holder. I need the long one of this. There it is. There it is. Got my little ironing station over here close. I'm going to try to do as little editing to this video as possible, but we all know how that goes. I have cats and disturbances, all other things, you know, so there's probably going to be some editing in this. So what I'm trying to do right now is sort out my colors here, because I know one, but you know, my backgrounds and all, I know they're different things. So let's see what we're starting with. We are going to start by making our corner units. We go through this every time. I have to stop and think about it, because I don't normally get but like a block a week done, and I really want to get more than that done. So I have to find my cutting instructions. There it is. Because it tells me which size is what, and okay, so I need an A5. So I only have one. That's his color. So we're doing 4 of these. So we do an A5. And then, I don't remember what this is. It's just that is what it is. Okay, so we're going to do 4 of these. So I'm just going to start by sewing these together. And I will just tell you, I'm probably going to have to do a bobbin at some point, because I looked at it a little earlier and it is a little bit low. And I will tell y'all also that this morning I went and got something, the very last thing that I need to do for a project, or to work on a project. So excited about it. And I'll just tell you what I did. I went and bought a new presser foot. That's exciting to me. I know, isn't that crazy? The older you get, the stranger things are that makes you excited. I mean, hey, I sit here and I hope my husband gets me a new vacuum cleaner for Christmas. Because my poor little old vacuum cleaner, this is the vacuum that we bought. I mean, we were probably in this house about a year. And we've been in this house since 2006. Well, I've been in this house since 2006. He and I did not get married until 2008. So, well, for some reason, get that thread up. I need to get that under there. But tomorrow, I am going to look, and I know somebody's going to say something about it probably, but you know what? I don't care. My sister and I are going to look at mobile homes. This is a mobile home. The plan was not for this to be a permanent home. It was strictly to keep me here until my children were out of high school. Well, now my children are out of high school, and I'm going to go to my second set of blocks, and these. But anyway, my children are out of high school, but now I kind of need to stay here to help with family members, or, you know, to be close by for family members, elderly and not elderly, that may need help. My plan was not to be here, but here is where I am. So, we've been having some issues with this house, you know, moisture issues because of where I live. I mean, I'm in a low-lying area. And back in 2016, there was a flood that flooded everything in this area. I was not exempt, even though my house is probably 3 feet off the ground. The road in front of my house is higher than where my house sits. And the road was even underwater. And ended up, unbeknownst to me, with water in my insulation under my house. I did not realize it had gotten that high under my house. So now we are experiencing troubles. And you know, what kind of troubles come with water damage, mold, mildew, and there's nothing the insurance company can do about it. So I am going tomorrow. My sister and I are going tomorrow, and we're just going to look at mobile homes. I may not get a mobile home. Oops, let me get one thing here. I may not get another mobile home. I may get another mobile home. But tomorrow I will be getting ideas. What do I want in my next house? One of the things that I know, I want a big kitchen sink. I don't need the 2 sinks. I need one. A big kitchen sink. I need a big kitchen. I need preferably 5 bedrooms. Because I have 3 children. I need an office. My husband needs an office. And also when we go, my sister lost both of her cats this year. Well, I guess you could say all 3 of her cats, because one of her cats was my cat, and he divorced me and moved to her house. I guess because we kept having stray cats, and he wasn't all about that. But he was fairly old, and we lost him this year. And then she had a cat for like 20 years and lost him. He was deaf and I think blind too. But he was like 20 years old. She lost him. And just before that, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having to do this. She had a cat that had seizures. And she just found him one day. We think he had a seizure, so we are kind of the cat sanctuary here. We end up with all kinds of cats that people drop off, don't want, but we love them. We love the cats. And now she has no cats at all. And we've kind of always had cats. So for us, it's kind of hard to not have a cat. I mean, I've had a cat my whole life. I cannot ever remember a time I did not have a cat. But we're going tomorrow when we go to look at trailers. And I may do some recording there so y'all can see what I'm looking at. And pointers, tips. I don't like buying houses. I just really don't. First off, because I will never get as good a deal as I got on this house. I mean, even 16 years ago when I bought this house, it was a steal of a deal. It was a lot model. I got a really great deal on it. But the land I put it on was virgin land. It had no water, no power, no septic, no nothing. And where I live, we have to supply our own septic, which what we have is treatment plants. So back 16 years ago, that was $5,000 just to do a single family home treatment plant. $5,000 for just a standard thing. But when I moved here and I put my house in, I was a single mom with 3 kids. And yeah, I guess that's the easiest thing to say. And I don't know. Yeah, I was already divorced. But what we needed to do was, I needed a place for my kids, because where we were staying, I always jokingly called it my pre-divorce living arrangement, and it lasted for 5 years. It was an awful trailer, and you'll have to remember, I've never lived in a trailer until, well, yeah, when my oldest daughter was born, I rented a trailer. But anyway, this is where I'm at right now, and I'm hoping that I can do a trade with this trailer. But I'm going to have to do some land work, because I'm sitting on runners, concrete runners. They're 18 by 18 square, and that's not deep enough, because my house is sitting on gumbo and it sinks when it gets wet. The room I'm in right now, this end of my house is actually not on the piers. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. The end with my bed on it has sunk, so it raised this end up. But you wouldn't know it. Nothing moves. The only way I know it is, like, I can lay something like a marble on my kitchen counters and it'll roll. That's the only way I know it. But you can't tell it walking up and down it. There's no creaky moving. There's none of that. I'm about to press, so yes, I will skip this part because I'm pressing. Okay, as I was pressing these, I realized I did too many of these. So I am going to just take those out real quick. That's what happens when I talk and sew. I don't count like I should. See if I can get this and to let go here without tearing my fabric. Okay. I'm hoping I only did 4 of the rest of them and not... Some of these are going to be third blocks to each of those rows, and some are going to make, I don't think it's flying geese. They're going to be corners or something. Could be flying geese. I can't remember. It's like in the last step, or the last few steps, when we're assembling the big block. But anyway, this is what happens when I talk and sew. I give y'all extra content on ripping out things. So we have, let's start with our first block. This is our first one. This is our second, and this is our third. Okay. Our first one, we're going to put another white on the end. So we will do 4 of these. See, and I'm already using these pieces up that I had to rip out. It looks like my bobbin is almost out. So I need to go on and refill my bobbin real quick. Yep, I just pulled the very last bit of it off. So in order for me to do my bobbin, I've probably showed you this. I just take my table off. I grab my string up here and clip it and pull it out the needle, because I don't need that anymore. And I guess while I'm doing that, I can actually service my machine while I'm winding a bobbin. I do not wind my bobbins in advance, because when I got my machine, it only came with one set of these bobbins. These are jumbo bobbins, and y'all, these things are like $80 for one little tube of like 5 bobbins, and I'm just not. Now, I do know that is the price you pay for having a Bernina. I understand that. But when I already got a little tube of them, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm taking everything off here, and I'm going on and cleaning it out, because I have been sewing almost all day. Just get the fuzzies out of there while the bobbin is. I like to run this in all the nooks and crannies. And see, it's just that fast. My bobbin is already done. But I'm still going to oil my machine, because with a Bernina, you have to oil them quite frequently, which I'm okay with doing that, because I have to take my machine, I have to take it apart to clean it anyway. So while I'm cleaning it, I can just drop a little oil down in there, and I put a little oil on the edge of this and just rub it around. Now, there is a place on the inside that you have to make sure those are saturated. They're little felt pieces that you make sure are saturated with oil as well. I'm going to clean this right here. And the good thing about this is you take the thread and just pull it across the back of that thing and it cuts it for you. It's pretty sweet. Now I have oil on my hands, so I just got oil on my case. I'm sure it will be fine. So now what I have to do is thread my machine. See, I told you I'm going to try not to do too much editing. When I'm pressing, I'm going to edit that out. Because all you see is the back of my head for about 10 minutes. Because sometimes it takes me a little while to press. Oh. I need to put things back on my machine. I'm going to put this back on first. And then we will put the needle back on. And then our foot. There we go. So now we are ready to continue. I think. And I'm almost emptied out that spool of thread I have up there as well. And I will tell y'all, since I've had this machine, I've mainly used Dove, which is this right here. It's a silvery color, gray. And I've got to set my pieces the way I have to piece them together, or I will mess them up bad. And I have only gone through one of those spools of it. Now, I mean, I have used other colors. That's not the only color I've ever used, because I have bobbins of other colors over there too for this machine. But they're like small projects. This is the main color I use. And I've been very happy with it. It's Aurifil 50 weight Dove. So I don't know if I just squirreled there a bit. I probably did. I'm telling y'all, just bear with me. That's how my mind is working today. It is like jumping from one thing to the other, and it has been all day. So any videos that I've put out today, it is no telling. because I'm really wanting to get this Starly done, because I really want to have it ready to go to the long arm when my other one comes back. And I think I have 7 blocks already done. I think that's what I have. And I think there are 12. I'm not exactly sure. Let me look and see. Yes. There are 12. And I only have 7, which means I don't think I have 5 more sets over here. I only have 4 more sets, so I must have 8 already done. I'll have to pull my blocks and count them, because I only thought I had 7, but I must have 8. Because this will be one. I only have 4 more blocks counting this one left to do. And who knows, maybe it would be easier if I did like all of certain steps at one time, but I just can't do that, because I would mix my colors all up and they'd be all messed up. Some people may be able to do that. I'm not there yet. And I will say that I have seen in our little group message that we have from the retreat, we have a group message that's going, and people are putting their Starly quilts out there, and they are fabulous, y'all. Just beautiful. It makes me want to get mine done so bad, so I can, I can have mine done. I just want to have mine done so I can see it with everybody else's. Okay, so I have these done. So now I need to piece these together. So what I am going to do is press all of my pieces, and I will be right back once I have them all pressed. Okay, so I now have my units pressed. So I now have to put them together. This is my top row. I know you can't see that. That's my top row. And this is my second row. So I am going to pin these and sew these. I'm having to make sure, because these have to match perfectly or your block does not look right at all. So I will be pinning the seams to make sure they nest properly. And I don't know if something is on my iron or if my wool mat has got something on it that's coming off on my white fabric, but it's not pretty at all. So I'm hoping I can get it off with this. I have this right here. It's Grandma's Secret Spot Remover. After my quilt is done, I may go on and launder it. but I will do some spot cleaning on it first to see. And if that doesn't work, I have heard to use a magic eraser on it. And I don't know about that but you know, hey, I'll try anything. And it's my quilt, so if I mess it up, I'm not messing up somebody else's quilt. I'll let my quilt be the guinea pig of that. And now I will tell y'all, I don't normally watch the news or anything like that, just because I'm not into that. I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen. So let me just say that first. Most of the news I get online, which is kind of sad and crazy. And I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to specify what I've seen or anything like that. But we got to do better, people. We've got to do better. I mean, we need to start loving our neighbors, checking on our neighbors, making sure, you know, I just saw 2 things this weekend that's just sad, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying what it is, because I don't need the YouTube police after me. This is just an inspirational talk, I guess. We just need to do better, you know, check on our fellow neighbors, or, you know, make sure they're okay. And you know what? Oh, it's only Friday. I was to say, I just realized I have a YouTuber that I watch, and they put a video out Saturday mornings. And I just realized, I was like, I haven't seen their video today because it's Friday. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's still Friday. I just thought of this. I hope I did not sew on the wrong side. I have done that. I've sewn them wrong way before. But yet sometimes I'm off on Fridays. Not sometimes. I'm always off on Fridays. But sometimes it just feels like it should be a Saturday. But it's only Friday, and I'm glad of that. Because tomorrow is going to be my day with my sister, and we normally go eat breakfast and then go do our grocery shopping, but I did that today since tomorrow we're going to Bossier City. And when y'all see this, this is going to have already happened. So, just know that. It's already happened. It happened Saturday. So, there won't be any breakfast and groceries tomorrow. I already did mine today. I just did a restock today. Didn't need a lot, you know. It's about average what I do every week. And hopefully we'll be back in. Our plan is to go eat somewhere different tomorrow for lunch. Now, we're both watching what we eat, not for weight loss, which it does help lose weight. We all can tell. I love food. I know I'm from Louisiana. We all love food. But when you get my age, it comes on real quick and real easy, but it comes off horribly. I mean, to take weight off, you just about have to chop an arm off, because it don't come off very easy. Now, my brother-in-law, he's found his little trick. It took him a year, but he lost 100 pounds in a year. But he went straight carnivore. So, I can't really do that. I kind of do ketovore. Okay, now our last strip, goes on these two. So, I'm going to press this, and then I will bring y'all right back, and we will sew that third strip on to complete our blocks. Just as I thought, I sewed it wrong. So, seam ripping it is. So, y'all have already seen me pull this baby out twice today. Twice. It's all real. It don't get no more real than this, y'all. No more real than this. I kind of thought I probably did, and this was the very first one, so. But I think I caught it before I did it on the other ones. Okay. But we will soon find out if I did or not, because when I go pressing them, I'll know it don't look right. Because I knew it should look like a bow tie. And it was not looking like a bow tie. One thing I have noticed about this fabric, though, I don't know what I did. If there's something I could have done, it just seems to ravel so easy. Okay, I'm going to try to press this again. Got our corner units kind of done. We got one more layer to put on them. Make sure, yep, they look like a bow tie. Have to remember that. They look like a bow tie. And you'll know what I mean when I open this up. You've probably seen you might have seen all of my videos here that I've done these, and I'm hoping my throat holds out long enough for me to finish this block. If I have 8 blocks already done, I'm going to be so excited. For some reason, I feel like I only counted 7 though when I counted them the other day. And if that is the case, I did a block somewhere I don't remember doing. Wait, my goal was to have 7 done at the retreat, and I know I didn't get 7 done. I think I might have got 5 done. Because I know that first night, yeah, I stayed up sewing. Well, maybe not the first night. Second night, maybe. I stayed up really late sewing. Because I know I got up early sewing that day too. But I know I didn't get my 7 that I wanted to get done on the retreat. So I'm okay with that though, because I'm getting to sew them at home. I think this was a lofty idea for a retreat, because there's no way. Now, we had some people that did the crib ones that got those done, but a crib is only 4, I think. Was only 4 squares. And this is not going to be a crib blanket. This is for me. And I'm actually probably going to add borders to it to make it a little bit bigger. Because the throw on this, let me find the measurements, is a 60 by 80. Well, that may be big enough. Yeah, that should be big enough. But I would like to be able to put this on a bed also, just, you know, just in case. Not necessarily as a bed cover, but as a throw. You know, if you want to lay down and take a nap, you got something to throw over you without having to get under bed covers. Once I get this done, then I have my larger squares that I have to, I don't know exactly what it is we're doing with those. I don't remember. But I do think that I will have to mark some squares. So if that's the case, we may not get those tonight. Because with it being as late as it is, I don't know that that's a good idea. Well, how in the world did I do this without getting that second? Somehow I did not get the second seam pinned. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. I'm yapping, 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 and messing up on what I should be doing. I got that first pin in there real good, but there was no second pin there at all. Did I pin myself or something? I don't know what I did. I probably didn't do it. I bet when I'm editing it, I'll look and see what it is. Okay, so that is our block completed. I am going to press these out, and I think, yeah, they all press to the bottom. So I'll be right back with these pressed. Alrighty, now I have my corner units done, and I've been at this for an hour and a half already, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night and finish this up later. So, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join me just to sew and chit-chat. I hope I didn't bore you too bad. I'm just not able to sleep. It is actually midnight now. So, it's time to call it quits, even though I'm probably not going to be sleeping. So, thank you so much for showing up, and like this video, subscribe if you've not yet, leave a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally, and as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.